Hey guys, how you doing? jpsarrireviews here. Hasbro PulseCon 2020 has come to an end, and there were a lot of cool reveals throughout the con. We had stuff for Marvel Legends, Star Wars, G.I. Joe, Transformers, and some other cool stuff. But in my opinion, the thing that really caught my attention, and I think it has a lot of people really interested, is the new Haslab project for the Star Wars The Vintage Collection. They have the Razor Crest, and it looks amazing. The whole detail, everything they're showcasing here, it's amazing. So in this video today, we're gonna look at it. We're gonna break it down, the good and the bad, and of course, we're gonna, in the end, decide if this is a good project to this crowdfunding project is a good one to back up or not. But here it says Star Wars The Vintage Collection Razor Crest. The target was 6,000 backers, and they already surpassed that. They have 7,402 backers at this moment, and they still have like over close to 43 days to go, so they have plenty of time. I think there is a tier at the 8,000 backers, and there's one at the 10,000 backers, so I'm sure they're gonna get there. Now, here on the side, on the page, when you go there, and I will have the link in the description for those who are interested, you can see the pictures. There's different pictures. Of course, this is an unpainted, technically kit. That's all pretty much the renderings of this, but they have so much detail on this project, which is amazing. It's amazing that actually, we just came out of the Sentinel, and they already have another project. So probably this is going to mean that in the future we're going to see more Haslab projects going live within the same year, which is cool because they hold many licenses. So you don't want to just one license. There's going to be plenty of them. For those who collect many licenses, of course, of many different collections, it's going to be a hassle. But for some people that only collect a particular collection, whether it's Star Wars, Marvel, or G.I. Joe, they're going to have something just for their collections, which is good. Now, the price for this, I think, is fair. It's $349.99. I think is in comparison to the Sentinel, this is a much better price, and I think it's fair because of the amount of detail they're adding to this piece. And it says right there they will stop taking backers at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on November 9. Now, it's limited to 5 per transaction. If this campaign is successfully backed, the offering will include a Star Wars The Vintage Collection Razor Crest vehicle, a Star Wars The Vintage Collection 3 3/4 inch The Mandalorian, a figure in Beskar armor with one-of-a-kind soft good cape. Of course, so you can pose it, you can sit it on the vehicle. They do have a video here. We're gonna look at watch the video, and it gives us a really nice idea of the project. But this vehicle is going to be huge, based, of course, on the scale. Digitally rendered image shown, of course. One of the largest vintage vehicles. 30 inches long, which is really long. 10.5 inches tall. And it's really wide. A full cockpit with opening hatch and 3 seats. That's nice. I cannot imagine exactly how this is going to look once it's painted. And hopefully the paint job matches the quality of the detail, because it's really nicely done. Of course, the whole vehicle, you got a side entrance and you have a locker for the weapons, as we saw on the show, which is super nice. I like that. Carbon freezing chamber with working hatch and hooks. Look at the detail on that. Highly detailed cargo hold. It's pretty accurate. The way they presented, of course, this digital rendering. Of course, at the end, some of these figures, they come out with some changes, but it looks really well. And the figure has that little soft cape and many more features. I like that. The weapons, you can remove those so you can have the flight mode. 6,000 backers needed by November 9. They already passed that, so that's good. I really like this one. Very nice vehicle. More unlocks starting at 8,000 backers. Cool. You can find out more at HasbroPulse.com, of course. Nice video, nice presentation. Now here, let's read this. Star Wars returns to Haslab. In 2018, we launched Haslab with a dream to make something fans have been requesting for years. Jabba's sail barge, which is amazing. The Katana, the biggest vintage collection vehicle yet. And thanks to the fans, thanks to you, we did it. Now we're back at Haslab with another dream project, and we need your help again to make it happen. After the success of the barge, the team spent some time thinking about the best product to follow up. We thought about dipping back into the original trilogy or maybe making something from the latest movie entertainment. But time and again, we came back to something that was right there on our TV, tablet, and laptop screens. The Star Wars The Mandalorian introduced a ship that quickly became an iconic part of the Mandalorian lore. It already has more Star Wars screen time than any ship besides the Millennium Falcon and was the centerpiece of some of the most memorable scenes in the series. The more we talk about it, the more we appreciated the arc of the story. So much of The Mandalorian is inspired by the original Star Wars trilogy, and choosing something from the series resembles a passing of the torch from classic to new, from movies to streaming, and from one designer to another. The Hasbro Star Wars wants to make a vintage scale Razor Crest, and we want to do it justice. With your help, we can. And here we have the specs of this. The Vintage Collection Razor Crest is designed to be compatible with all of the vintage scale figures. To do so, we have to make this thing pretty big. It is going to be 30 inches long with the main cannons, 20 inches wide, and 10.5 inches tall when it's sitting on the landing gear. And here you see the pictures, 20 inches wide, 10.5 inches tall, which is a pretty good size for the scale, of course. 30 inches long, which is really long. So this is nice. I love that scale, and what I love about this figure is that everything looks so accurate to the film. Now, that makes this one of the largest vintage collection vehicles we ever made, but it's not just about size with this one. When we decided to create this, we wanted to keep with the principles of the vintage collection and make sure there were plenty of highly detailed features that made this as close to screen accurate as we could get for one epic display piece. The cockpit opens to reveal a fully detailed interior with 3 seats that fit vintage collection figures, detachable engines, and removable hull panels to recreate the Season 1 scenes of the Jawas breaking down the ship for scrap. A weapon locker, it included removable show-inspired weapons, accessories to make sure your figures are always ready for whatever the galaxy throws at them. A carbon freezing chamber and cargo hold with cargo netting. Bounty hunters can make an entrance or a fast exit with opening rear and side doors and lowering ramps, removable landing gear, bunk area with space for a figure to hide, which is nice. These are just some of the features you can expect of the Vintage Collection Razor Crest. Oh yeah, and we're including a brand new figure, the Mandalorian himself, adorned on his Beskar armor, along with a one-of-a-kind soft good cape, so he can be easily placed in the cockpit. And here you can see some other pictures where he shows every part that is included here, which is very nice. You can see all the things disassemble. But man, that's nice. This is going to be a very nice figure. In my opinion, one of the most exciting projects that they have so far. They have many exciting projects, but I know a lot of people were disappointed with the Sentinel. But I do believe that this one is better in the end. It's going to be more well received, although the number of backers has not been as fast as the Sentinel was. Of course, there's always more collectors for Marvel Legends. But here is an image, of course, of the cockpit with the Mandalorian, which is nice. I love the scale of everything right there on the side. Join the hunt. The Razor Crest is going to be an iconic addition to the Star Wars Vintage Collection and to your shelves. It can only be funded if we reach 6,000 backers by November 9, 2020, but we don't want to stop there. We have 2 unlocks once we reach our initial backer goal. If successful, the project will begin shipping around fall of 2021. Join us for this incredible opportunity as we bring the latest piece of Star Wars history into the Vintage Collection. This is the way. And on the unlocks, the first unlock at 8,000, which are really close to that, you're going to have Escape Pod add-on. They haven't shown us yet, which is the second unlock at 10,000 backers. So I'm sure they will get there. All right. Well, I can tell you this. I really like this project. It is nice that Hasbro, through Haslab, is creating different projects, and they're releasing these projects throughout the year, not only one project per year, which is a good idea. Of course, you know, Haslab started in 2018. It's been only 2 years. We have only 3 projects before. This is the 4th project. But it's good that they are catering to more collectors, toy collectors in different lines. Not only they started with Star Wars, they're coming back to Star Wars. We have the project, the Unicron for the Transformers. Of course, we had the Sentinel. And I don't know what they're going to do with the G.I. Joe, but they will do something, I'm sure, in time. But it's good that they're actually keeping up with it and they bring in more projects of very, very cool ideas. I know some people are not fans of the Haslab idea of the crowdfunding, particularly from a company like Hasbro, which definitely they have the money to just create this and sell it. But I think it involves people, and it's an exciting way to collect these items. So it's good. I like it. I do like this. You know, some people will prefer something bigger for the 6-inch figures, but I think 3 3/4 is a perfect scale. So, you know, you don't want nothing extremely big. I think this is the perfect size. It's big for the size and for the scale. But it is, I would say, a nice vehicle. The detail is there, and all the add-ons, the weapons, and all of that. It's super cool. So I can only think how it's going to look in the end when it's all fully painted and fully assembled. So it's going to be a sight to behold. But what is your opinion? What do you think about this? Are you one of the backers? Are you backing this? Are you thinking about it? Are you going to pass it? You don't like this project? Let me know in the comments below. So once again, my friends, thank you for watching. God bless, take care, and I'll talk to you again. Bye-bye.